Hello, welcome. This is the day before we travel. So we've booked a holiday and we're actually leaving tomorrow morning. But this video is sort of an introduction to explain to you the process that we had to go through to get this far. I'm hoping we'll get all the way to Portugal tomorrow, but you never know because times are difficult at the moment. I'm so desperate to get on the plane and go away again. We've got not very good weather at the moment here in Wales, but the weather forecast for this coming week is supposed to be beautiful. That's just our luck, that is. So this is travel day -1. So we've booked to fly with Ryanair from Bristol Airport tomorrow, going to Faro in Portugal. And the place that we've booked to stay is a villa that's just near Albufeira. Now we've been to Albufeira before twice. This was pre-pandemic, so things probably will be a lot different now, and it's definitely different experience booking now in comparison to what it used to be like before. It's been quite difficult actually to get everything sorted out. So we booked our flight separate to our hotel, which I know is very brave of us, but we booked our travel insurance with a company called Stay Shore. Now Stay Shore, I was reading a travel magazine online the other day and they recommended Stay Shore as a company because they one of the companies that specialise in COVID cover. So we're really hoping that they're going to be good should anything go wrong, and I really hope it doesn't, but who knows. So to get this far, the first thing we did is book our holiday and our flights, like I said. Don't know whether I would recommend that. You're probably better off booking it through a travel agent, just because it might be a little bit easier and they might have more information. So the first thing we had to do is we had to book some tests. So we booked tests that we needed to take 48 hours before we left, so either 48 hours or closer to the time where we were flying. So we booked our tests. We did them yesterday. They were swab tests, exactly the same as you can get free delivered to your house, but you had to send off, so you had to take them yourself and then take a photograph of your passport and the result and send it off to a company. And the company will verify it and give you a certificate then. Now, to be able to travel as well, we had to have our vaccine passport, our COVID passport. So there's actually 7 of us travelling all together. There's us and some friends. So all the adults had been double vaccinated, and the children don't have travel COVID passports, obviously, because they're under 18. So we have our COVID passport. Don't think that's giving anything away there. Like I said, we live in Wales, so it might look different to this. And our friends haven't got the paper copy. They have theirs on their phone. So we have all our travel COVID passports there. So we had to have that. We had to be vaccinated, to be able to travel at the moment. Then we had to do the test that I've already said, and we got the results within you get the results within 12 hours, but we had the results in about 2.5 hours. It was great. So the COVID passports and the results came through via email, and I attached those to the boarding pass online, which sounds quite difficult, but I just went on to the Ryanair my booking form, and it says on there download the documents. So for each of us 7, any documents to do with the travelling, I downloaded them, so they're all on there then. And then when you print off your booking passes, is that what they're called? The booking, I think it's the boarding pass, of course, the boarding pass. When you print off the boarding passes, all the attachments will print off as well. So you'll have a copy of those as well, so you can show people. How much of this they will actually ask for, I really don't know. So we've done the test before we went. We've got that far. Then we had to, those tests that we ordered, they arrived within 24 hours and we got the results back then, like I said, within about 2.5 hours. I think they were about £30 each. They weren't really expensive, and I was really happy to pay that. Although they're the same ones as the free ones, obviously you have to have one of the companies that are registered and that can give you a proper certificate as well. Then we had to pre-book our second day test when we arrived back in Wales. So even though we're arriving back into England, we had to have a Welsh one that was okay with Welsh as well. So we've pre-booked those. For the 3 of us, it was £264. This is for a test that will arrive that we need to do on day 2 of arrival back in the UK. I'm assuming it's going to be similar to the same as we did before, but they will arrive here, and again we have to do it. Now with this form, it says it's a passenger locator form booking reference, and it's got all the information about how we booked our day 2 arrival back test. So with this, we paid our £264. We cannot cancel that then. So they give us a certificate to say that we have booked it. So obviously, because we can't cancel it, we can't get our money back. You can't say, yes, we have booked it when you really haven't. So that's great. So we've got that. So we're doing that one as well. The other test that we need to do is when we're in Albufeira, we have to do a test. I think it's 3 days before we come back as well. And we found out where to go for that on the Albufeira website. So what I would suggest is if you're booking anywhere, I mean, don't just mean Portugal, but if you're booking anywhere, have a look on the UK travel guidance, UK government site to see what they say you need. Also, I had a look on the Portuguese travel site for people travelling to Portugal. They told me what I needed as well. Those two luckily married up. And then I also had a look on the Bristol airport site to see what they suggested that you did. And I checked the Faro airport website as well to see what you needed there. Now there, I found a list of things that they were asking for that I didn't realise that I needed. So we've got a, I don't know how I can show you this without showing you everything, a PLC. So it's a passenger locator card, and it's 3 pages long, and every single traveller has to have that. Now the information you put on there is your seat number, who you're travelling with on the flight, your travel number, where you're leaving from, the address you're leaving from, the address you're staying at. So it asks you that type of information, and that's got to be filled out for every passenger. I hadn't realised until today that I needed to do that, and a lot of this needs to be done just before you travel. I think it's within 48 hours. So it's quite a lot to go through, but obviously should be worth it in the end. Then I had a look again on Faro Airport website, which is a really good website, by the way. They also said that I needed a SEF form. It's actually a certificate, and it's a certificate from the Portuguese government. That's what it looks like. So this is S for sugar, E for echo, F for foxtrot, an SEF form. So on here you had to put again your flight number, all your flight details, where you're travelling from, where you're going to be staying. So this sort of looks as if, to me, it's in Portuguese and English as well, that it's just the health authorities stating that you've let them know that you're going to be arriving into their country. So then I think that's it. It's been really hard work. The hardest part has been the stress of, do I need to get any more information? Have I got enough? Have I got the right tests? Have I got this? And am I doing this right? And not a lot of people out there at the moment can help, because there's not a lot of people travelling, I don't think. So there isn't a sort of expert you can go to and say exactly what do I need. So pre-travel day, so travel day -1. So far it's been really stressful. I'm really looking forward to getting to Portugal tomorrow. like I said, there's hope that we can get there and there won't be any issues. And watch the next video, which should be hopefully travel day. Thanks for watching so far. All right, ready to go. I didn't have any sleep last night, so I'm a bit tired, very excited, and hoping that everything's going to run smoothly today and we'll have no issues at all. Hello, so as you can see, we have arrived. We've arrived safely, fingers crossed. We've arrived easily, a lot more easier than I thought. So just a recap on what I was just saying a few minutes ago earlier on in this video. This is day one of our holiday here in Portugal. The sun is shining. As we got off the plane yesterday, the heat just hit us. It was absolutely fantastic. Yes, I had a few tears when the plane took off because it was so lovely to be able to travel again. So yes, it was definitely worth it. I would recommend anybody who feels comfortable about traveling to just go and do it because it's fantastic. So what we actually needed in comparison to what I just told you. So when we arrived at Bristol Airport yesterday, they asked us to show our passports, obviously, our COVID passports, our test results to show that we were COVID free, from the test that we needed to do 48 hours before, and a passenger locator card. Now, the passenger locator card isn't actually a card per se, it's a group of 3. When you print it off, it comes in 3 A4 sheets of paper. This is what the experience I found. And the passenger locator card tells, in there you had to put on the information, your name, your passport number, where you're travelling from, where you're travelling to, so they need all the addresses, even down to which seat you're on in the plane. So that's where you had to fill in. I suppose if you haven't pre-booked your seat on the plane, you would just leave that bit blank, but anyway, that's what they asked for, a passenger locator card. Then when we arrived in Faro yesterday, again we had to show the same documents. So we had to show our passport, our COVID passport, our passenger locator form, and a form to say that we were COVID free. So those 4 things were checked both in Bristol, in Faro. I did mention earlier on in the video that you had to have a SEF, I think it was, form. That hasn't been checked yet, so whether or not they check that on return, I don't know, but I wouldn't have thought so. But anyway, we've got it just in case. Maybe you should do the same, maybe. But yes, definitely worth it. And I'm going to go down now. I don't know whether you can hear the kids in the pool. The villa is beautiful. Hopefully I'll do a villa tour as well, and release that soon. But having a wonderful time here in Portugal. Wish you were here.